Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. We got a good one today, don't we, Cam?
You could say that.
Folks, quit doing this. I've done videos on this. I've tried to tell y'all, and yet you still want to do this. This gentleman called me last week. He said, I completely screwed up. Totally me. Completely screwed up. So what's up? He said, well, I was cleaning my black tank out. He said, I used the tank flush and I drained it. And then I turned the tank, I closed the valve, I turned the tank flush back on. He said, I got distracted and I forgot about it. Next thing he knows, boom, the black tanks dropped out of the bottom of the camper, laying down in the belly. And I don't know what we honestly, a lot of times I say we just rolled up on site, but we've actually looked at it. We have actually literally rolled up on site. We haven't even laid down under this thing yet, see what's going on. I hope there's not too much stuff tore up, broke. I hope the tank's in good shape, because if it's not, I just don't know. BC, before COVID, it was 4 to 6 weeks to get a holding tank built, because they build them one at a time, and they were $400-500 range. So now I would fully expect it to be $600 or more, and probably, I don't know, what, 3 months to get? I don't know. I haven't priced one for a while. I haven't. But if it's like everything else, it's got way more expensive. AC, after COVID, it's got way more expensive and longer to get. So let's get some cardboard laid down here and grab a flashlight, peek up in there and kind of see what we got. Y'all hang on. This could be awesome, couldn't it, Cam?
Oh, yeah. It's guaranteed at this point.
Yeah. So we're not excited. When we rolled up, this guy's like, man, I'm glad to see you. And I said, well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't glad to see you. So, I mean, just honest. All right, let's see what's going on. See that tag, folks? It says, do not use the tank flush valves unless the full-way termination valve is in the open position. May result in an unsanitary condition leading to illness or personal injury. I don't really know about the whole personal injury thing, but the gentleman did say he flooded his camper, so it overwhelmed the commode. I'm assuming the valve in the base of the commode, and did flood his camper. Good thing it was clean water.
You'd be surprised
because he had already flushed it once. But there's a reason they put this tag on here, folks. Your sewer valve has to be open when you turn this on. When you hook a water hose up here and turn this on. Quit doing that. There's the top. I can see the top of the tank.
What holds those tanks in there?
They just kind of go over a lip.
For real?
But when you turn the tank into a basketball, it just won't step in there anymore. Because that's what it looked like when it fell out. It looked like a basketball. Or a football. Alright, Cam, a good thing is, small sections of belly like that one yesterday. So, probably the impact driver and the sockets. We can get some of this belly down out of the way and see what's going on. Actually, preliminary looking, this guy may have dodged a bullet. It looks like the outlet pipe's all intact. I can't see the vent pipe yet. But we're gonna have to take a lot of stuff loose. So we'll try and get the tank back up in there where it belongs. I cannot see the vent yet on top of the tank, so I don't know about that. But we're getting some belly out of here. This belly's in sections like that last one we did. We replaced the sewer valve, so that's good. We're gonna pull a section of that belly down, get access to that tank, and see if we can see all what's going on. So we'll be right back. All right, we got a section of belly down so we can see. There's the outlet. it looks intact. It wrinkled the tank, which these tanks here, I don't know what this material is, but these tanks are pretty tough. I've seen very few of these tanks actually split and stuff, but over here in the center, we have these braces, that are not removable.
Nice.
Unless it's out there on that end. We have to make room here somewhere to get this tank back up under its brackets. So we got to figure out where that's at. It might be on this side. I'll draw y'all a diagram of how these tanks work. I will draw y'all a diagram of how these tanks mount, and I'll insert it right in here. All right, I told you I was going to draw you a picture of these tanks. So let's say this is the end of the tank, okay? This is that lip that we were talking about right here, okay? So what these tanks do is actually just set on a piece of angle iron. The one in the middle, closest to the outlet, that was welded in, so we couldn't remove that one. So we came over here and removed this one, and you're going to see here in a few minutes in this video what it looked like when we got it out. It tweaked it pretty bad, but we were able to straighten it and reuse it, and the tank looks like it survived. Now that angle iron runs, in this lip, and it runs the entire length of this tank, right like that. Attaches to a cross member or a brace in the trailer frame on one end and on the other end. Exactly fit in that space. So it's a good thing we were able to straighten it out and reuse it. And then the vent, we end up accessing it later on too, and it was right over here next to the outlet. So that side of the tank, when it came loose, it tilted down, and all this stuff pretty much stayed intact and stayed oriented, and the tank buckled right here. So the tank kind of bent in two right here in the middle, and that's probably what saved all the plumbing. So yeah, the guy got really lucky, and I think that explains it. I hope so. I just thought that I should tell you what happens to these tanks. I know I say, and I'm going to say it here and again, just a minute in the video. These things, these tanks were never designed to be pressurized, and you put 40, 50 or more pounds of water pressure in these things. They're not designed for. You put that much pressure in a tank this size. These tanks are probably 5 feet long, about 28, 30 inches wide, and 5, 6 inches deep. You get pressure in those, that's a lot of pressure, a lot of surface area. Because it's 50 pounds per square inch. So for every square inch of all six sides, all 6 sides of that tank, it's 50 pounds per square inch. Every square inch is 50 pounds. Next square inch, another 50 pounds. That's a lot of pressure. So what happens to these tanks is they actually will swell up. When they swell up, they shrink on the sides. The other way actually. They shrink, and then when they shrink, when they get round like this, they shrink. The tank will actually get so small that it'll end up slipping off of one of these brackets, or the tank is pushing on the floor, and it just forces its way out. I mean, I've never been there and seen this happen, but it's got to be pretty impressive when it happens. So I mean, if y'all want to, keep doing this, but I mean, why? Why? Here's the bracket that holds that tank up in there. You see, that used to be straight. It is no longer straight. We'll be here in a minute when we straighten it. Used to be straight right there too. And again, it will be when we get done. But when you see the diagram that I drew, you'll understand what this bracket does and why it looks the way it does. So we gotta get this straightened out, get the tank back up there where it belongs, put this bracket back in. I think we're gonna be golden. Well, as you can tell by the sweat running off our faces, RV work's glamorous work, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, right up there with the Hollywood elite, I think. Got the brace, well, bracket. I shouldn't call it a brace. Got the bracket all straightened out. We have already checked to make sure that we could raise the tank up where it belongs, and we can. So we're gonna commence to putting this bracket back in. Like I said, it'll make a lot of sense when you see the diagram. So, I still have not been able to see the vent, so we may take a peek up on top of that tank before we put this bracket in, just to see if I can see that vent, make sure it's intact, and then we'll go from there. We're in the process of getting that bracket put back in here where it belongs, and now I know you can't see, but that's all right, we can't either. All right, go ahead. Yeah, that should be right. We're just it's just tight, and it may have got a little bit tighter. We straightened it out too. It might have got a little bit longer. I think we're in the right place here. Maybe I just need to go towards the frame a little bit. There's mine.
I think I need to go towards the frame too.
Yeah. Bracket's basically in there. We just need to see if we can get a screw in each end. And we'll be back. This thing's looking good. Never did get to that vent. It must be on the very far side of that tank, which is good because that side of the tank didn't drop, because that's where our plumbing's at. That's where the outlet plumbing's at. Didn't hurt any of that. So it did wrinkle that tank. We might take a dead blow hammer and pop that. Y'all can't see what I'm doing. Pop that tank right there, see if we can knock that bubble out, but we might just leave it too. We might just count our lucky stars and leave her be. I don't know. I'll have to pop it with a hammer. I mean, you can't go you can't go 5 minutes without hitting something with a hammer, right? I can't. So let's see if we can get this brace up in here. We'll be back. I might bring you back if I pop it with a hammer. I know how y'all are. Cameron's under there finishing up that bracket. So we did get the bracket in. I ain't gonna lie to you, that was a struggle. Because that tank still kind of looked like a football, so it was a little hard to put the tank back up in there where it belonged and get a bracket up in there and get a screw in a little hole. So yeah, but we got her. Now we're gonna start leak testing, make sure we don't have any leaks. I am gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that little bulge in that tank, I believe. I might go back in there and look at it again. Actually, I may let Cameron just push up on there in a minute when he gets his screws tight and see if it'll pop back into place. Like I say, then we're gonna start leak testing. As long as we don't have any, leaks, we're gonna be golden. We'll be back later. If we get any leaks, we'll break you back out, okay? We're leak testing. I don't think we're gonna have any issues. Because all the plumbing it looked intact. Because the way the tank dropped when it fell out, it just pivoted, and all the plumbing was on the side that did not drop. The other side actually hung up in a gob of wires. Is probably the only thing that kept that tank from falling completely out and actually destroying a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I think it wasn't too awful bad, was it?
Nah.
I tell you, it makes it a lot easier when those bellies are in sections like that. That's the second one in a row we've had, and that's just an oddity to see them sections. But man, that's nice. Just pull one section down, or we took two sections. Took one down, slid one back to give us full access to everything we need to access. But wasn't all that bad, was it?
Nope.
Could have been worse. Stop hooking that stop hooking that tank flush up with that valve closed, people. Gosh, we have a couple of these a year, and usually it destroys the tank. But these that's an Americart tank, and I don't know what that material is that they build them out of. It's pretty tough. It'll take a lot of abuse.
Yeah.
A lot more than I think it's the ABS plastic. Some of them are made out of. They're just they're glued together. The bottom's formed and the top is just glued, and you almost always split those tanks if you do this. But these here are pretty tough. But I think that's gonna be it for this one. It's a hot one here today, and we're gonna leak test this thing for a little bit, and we're gonna put that belly back, and we're gonna hit the road. And I think I'm gonna go home and see if I can get my grass cut. Could be a short day. It's been a hard day, but it'll be a short day. Got anything to add, Cam?
I think you covered it.
Man of many words.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go up the road, mow some grass, after we eat some lunch, after we drive, blah, blah, blah. After y'all get all your stuff done, go down there in that comment section, leave us a comment, a criticism, a concern. Let us know how you would have done this job. And don't forget to check out all the links down there too. A lot of stuff going on down there. Drop me a note. I got a post office box. Use it, people. Send me a note. Send me a postcard. We'll catch y'all later.
Idiot in the wild.
Nah, I told you, I ain't gonna make fun of him. I don't do.
Water was running out from under that thing. You wouldn't believe.
Oh, I would believe.
I mean, it was coming out of everything.
Trust me, I've seen enough of this happen. I'd like to know how many times I've seen this happen in 25 years.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
It's at least a couple a year, I'd say.